How many hours have we all lost the endless streaming scroll? Aiming for a little kickback, you end up pursuing title after title, intent on finding just the right movie, ultimately unsure what to choose in the face of overwhelming options. We did the scrolling for you and put together a wide-ranging list of the best movies streaming on Amazon Prime right now. Here's our top 10 movies on Amazon Prime right now. Number 10. Big Fish. Edward Bloom is on his deathbed. The larger-than-life patriarch has lived what many would say was a fantastical life, filled with circus adventures, giants, witches, and a catfish the size of a whale. Well, only one person would say all that, and that person is Edward himself, who has told these stories and more over and over to his son Will, who has returned home to be by his estranged dad's bedside. But what Will wants to know, more than anything, before his dad shuffles off this mortal coil, is whether all his dad's stories were fact or fiction, told mostly in visually stunning and dreamlike flashbacks of Edward's tall tales, in the only way Tim Burton can, and with the aid of Ewan McGregor. As a young Edward, Will makes a last attempt to reconnect with and understand his father.
It's unbelievable.
The story of my life.
Number 9. To Catch a Thief. Alfred Hitchcock's visually stunning caper embodies old Hollywood glamour, set in the ritzy locations of Cannes. To Catch a Thief stars Cary Grant as John the Cat Robbie, a retired jewel thief who gets caught up in a new round of crimes when he takes the heat for a new string of robberies in the French Riviera. Looking to clear his name, he gets tangled up in a romantic escapade with a beautiful young socialite played by the great Grace Kelly that sends him zipping through the stunning locale on the hunt for the real criminal. Gorgeous, romantic, thrilling, and elegant to the bone. To Catch a Thief is one of the great capers, an enchanting mystery bolstered by two of cinema's most charming movie stars.
Why don't you own a place like this?
Palaces are for royalty. We're just common people with a bank account.
Number 8. E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Nobody brings wonder to the suburbs quite like Steven Spielberg, and his 1982 family sci-fi adventure E.T. the Extraterrestrial might just be the most beloved and emotionally effective of his whole white picket fence bunch. When a little raisinette-looking space goober lands in California and befriends a young boy named Elliot, the pair spark up an otherworldly bond and embark on a mission to get E.T. back to his home planet safely. Spielberg is really a master at work here, delivering all the awe, emotionality, and preternatural filmmaking ability that have made him a directing legend. Throw in a painfully cute Drew Barrymore as Elliot's younger sister and partner in covert alien ops, and you've got a movie that pulls at every possible heartstring.
I'll be right here.
Number 7. Midsommar. There are a few up-and-coming filmmakers out there who have delivered the technical mastery and emotional savagery that Ari Aster 1-2 punch with his first two films. First with Hereditary, and now with Midsommar, his sun-drenched folk horror ode to classics like The Wicker Man that sends the audience to a gorgeous summer solstice hellscape of grief, anxiety, and codependency. Florence Pugh gives a knockout performance as a young woman dealing with an insurmountable tragedy that she journeys abroad with her checked-out boyfriend and his friends, and winds up smack in the middle of a terrifying pagan ritual. Gorgeously shot, scored, and staged, Midsommar isn't just a deviously elegant spin on a classic horror subgenre, it also packs a wicked sense of humor and pitch-black comedy. Number 6. Vertigo. Alfred Hitchcock's masterpiece is still as spellbinding now as it was more than 60 years ago. James Stewart stars as a tormented John Scotty Ferguson, a San Francisco detective forced into early retirement after his debilitating fear of heights, and Vertigo play a part in the death of a fellow officer. But that's just the setup. Vertigo is a dizzying noir love story, and at its center is the enchanting Madeline Elster, the wife of Scotty's friend, Gavin, who hires Scotty to tell Madeline, who has been acting strangely, as Scotty grows obsessed with Madeline, and the two fall in love. Tragedy strikes again because of Scotty's vertigo. Scotty's reality becomes even more unhinged when he meets and falls for Judy Barton, who is the spitting image of Madeline, and the disturbing truth of the plot is uncovered in divine Hitchcock fashion. Number 5. Moneyball. Necessity is the mother of invention, as they say. So when the struggling Oakland A's 2002 baseball team needed to work with a limited budget while still assembling a winning team, General Manager Billy Bean turns to the unconventional use of analytics to do it. Bean recruits intelligent young Yale economics grad Peter Brand as his assistant general manager, whose use of sabermetrics brings together undervalued players that the data would suggest have strengths that would be great when combined with other overlooked players. Is Bean and Brand's nerdy approach the future of baseball? Will it pay off and bring the A's of the World Series? Well, if you don't already know the answers to these questions, we highly suggest watching this Oscar-nominated movie.
To evaluate 3 players.
Yeah,
How many did you do?
47. Actually, 51. I don't know why I lied just then.
Number 4. The Vast of the Night. This nostalgic throwback to classic sci-fi thrillers follows a young switchboard operator and a radio DJ whose discovery of a mysterious audio frequency sets off a series of discoveries that lead them deep into the unknown. The Amazon Studios film is a directional debut of Andrew Peterson and has earned high praise from critics and streaming audiences alike for its suspenseful, low-budget spin on the genre.
All right, thank you. Goodbye. Thank you, goodbye. People are saying there's something in the sky.
Number 3. Jaws. An early calling card of Steven Spielberg's greatness and his ability to craft just about any genre into a crowd-pleasing sensation, Jaws remains one of the most flawlessly executed films of all time, a terrifying monster-hunting adventure with one of the most unforgettable scores of all time, courtesy of the great John Williams. The 1975 Oscar winner is a bona fide classic. After a giant shark terrorizes the beach of Amity Island, an unlikely trio team up to hunt the creature down.
You're gonna need a bigger boat.
Number 2. Knives Out. Writer and director Rian Johnson gives the classic Agatha Christie-style murder mystery a modern spin in this tale about a famous crime novelist whose unexpected death one night after a family gathering makes everyone a suspect. Daniel Craig portrays the brilliant, debonair detective Benoit Blanc, whose investigation brings the depths of the family's dysfunction to light and leaves you guessing who will ultimately emerge as the culprit of the film's heinous crime. The film's ensemble cast makes a great mystery even better, with memorable performances from every actor involved, resulting in a modern mystery masterpiece.
He bought this place in the 80s from a Pakistani real estate
Shut
billionaire.
up, Blanc. Shut up! Shut up with that Kentucky Fried Foghorn Leghorn drawl!
Number 1. Catch Me If You Can. A young boy cries in pain, lying on a table in a hospital ER, his leg bloody and broken. Barely 21 years old, Frank Abagnale Jr., posing as a doctor and clearly nauseous at the sight of blood, is called to assist the 2 junior doctors on the case. Dr. Harris, do you concur? It's all the freaked out Frank can muster before passing the boy off and rushing away.
Dr. Harris.
Yes?
Do you concur?
Concur with what, sir?
Another narrow escape for the young conman, who, by the time Steven Spielberg's brilliant Oscar-winning film Catch Me If You Can comes to its end, will have also become a master check forger and pose as an airline pilot and a lawyer while traveling the world on an adventure to end all adventures. But hot on Frank's heels is FBI agent Carl Henry, who develops a respect and bond with the young and scared Abagnale as he chases the master criminal around the globe. Based on the real-life story of Abagnale Jr., Catch Me If You Can is a not-to-be-missed cat-and-mouse film with incredible performances from 2 of Hollywood's best. What movie do you like best? What movie was missing on our list for you? Tell us in the comments. Be sure to like this video and subscribe if you're new to the channel. We put out new videos like this one every week. We'll see you for our next video. Thanks for watching.